Hold up, down, 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 down. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to BayernNow, the ultimate Bayern Munich fan channel. First of all, that wait was for Kai Havertz, but we finally don't wait. 1,000 subscribers, man. This community is small community, not small. 1,000 people is a lot of people, man. 1,000 people. God, there's 70-something thousand people in the Allianz. Think about that. 1,000 is literally like 170. That makes it look really small, but you get my point. It's a really big capacity. So thank you all so much for riding with me in this stadium, this small little stadium we're building. I really do appreciate it. Now, it's not my channel, it's our channel. We're constantly growing. FC Bayern Munich will take over the world, and we'll be here to witness it. But basically, what's coming out of the Kai Havertz saga today is that Kai Havertz would like or maybe think about staying in Leverkusen, or he could stay. Now, obviously, Bayern Leverkusen would love to keep Havertz for 1 year. But a few days ago, in relation to Bayern, remember this, Bild came out with, Bild don't really come out that much with, this is what's going to happen. Basically, they said that Bayern Munich have dropped the race for Kai Havertz. And I said one thing, and I was like, okay, maybe that's Bayern just knowing something that we don't. What if Bayer Leverkusen told Bayern, hey, if you can pay the money we want for him next year, we will keep him and give him to you? Or if Bayern offered Havertz the perfect deal, or gave him all the things he required on his contract, whatever it is, and then he decided, you know what, maybe I do want to stay an extra year. Maybe that's what happened behind the scenes. Maybe Havertz actually wants to stay an extra year because he knows that he can't get a transfer to a club that's, in a financially and also sporting good situation right now. Now, does Havertz want to be at a project? I don't actually think so. I don't think Kai Havertz wants to be at a project right now. I think he's a player that wants to remain and be at a big club for the next 10 years. I don't think he's looking to join a project. Leverkusen has been a project since he's joined them. They've been a project. So I don't exactly think he's going to want to stay at Leverkusen and also go to Chelsea, because that's a similar type of club. When you go to Chelsea from Leverkusen, you're joining a similar project. When you go from Leverkusen to Dortmund, you're joining a similar project that's just on a bigger level. I think that's exactly what Kai Havertz would be considering in his head. And I think congratulations on 1,000 subscribers. Thank you so much. I spent about 30 seconds. Congratulations to us. It's been an amazing ride. 2 months ago, I can't believe it. 2 months ago, we were celebrating, 1,000? No, we're not 1,000. We're celebrating 100 subscribers, 150. And every day I was like, let's get to this next goal. And 1,000 subscribers has always been the next stage. Now it's going to be an amazing thing, and now the journey is to get to 10,000 subscribers in the next year. So let's get to 10,000 subscribers, guys, but obviously it's going to be step by step. I can't wait to continue to do this. Look, when school returns, I have ideas of how I want to still do the channel full-time, or not full-time, like the way we've been doing it. Maybe I'll take a few classes earlier on in the morning that I would normally never do, and then come back home, and then I would have 2 hours, and then we'd go live and do everything that we've been doing. So just a couple of ideas to make sure the channel doesn't have any inconsistencies at all. And even when school returns, I'm going back into it with 10x effort. I'm not going anywhere, but it's been an amazing freaking ride. Rip. Let's not talk about me, Hizzy. No one knows about that. But thank you all so much, though. Like I was saying with Havertz, Bayern came out with signals that they pulled out of the race. No one's asking Bayern's board about about Havertz anymore. Bild have said it, and they've continued to keep saying the same thing, that Bayern are out of the race for Kai Havertz this season and would like to sign him in 2021. And we've known this. We've known Bayern want to sign Havertz in 2021. But I'm just wondering, are we waiting to sign Havertz in 2021 because we don't have the money? But that's something that I've disproved. If Bayern were willing to spend 110 million on Sané's transfer fee last summer, or even more if Man City demanded it, there were sources saying Man City wanted 140 million for Sané's signature. If Bayern were willing to give that much money to City last year, why not give the same money to Havertz this year? I think if Bayern know that, hey, Kai Havertz is genuinely moving, Bayern have to act. And Bayern Munich's board has signed Salamans. He's evolving slowly but surely. He came out and said that Bayern want to sign a top European talent while also signing a top German international. The German international we've identified to be Kai Havertz, and Leroy Sané is the world-class talent that he talked about in Europe. So, with that in mind, I think that's exactly the signal to me that Bayern Munich are ready to do the business. Bayern Munich, we're ready. We have the money. We have a war chest. But I think it makes more sense, doesn't it, to get Havertz in 2021 where we can see him actually play. I hope Chelsea will finish fifth just to see them salty. I mean, I don't hope Chelsea finish fifth. I want Man United to drop down because I just want more rage. Chelsea don't have like that kind of rage culture with their fan base. Chelsea fans would just spend more money, or Chelsea themselves would spend more money. So I'm not exactly interested in Chelsea fans getting angry, but it is what it is. I don't really care if Chelsea lose or win. I just want Chelsea to get top four, because at the end of the day, it's better for Bayern if Chelsea, actually, to be fair, you're not wrong when you say if Chelsea drop lower, Kai Havertz would be like, why would I want to go to a Europa League club when I could stay at Leverkusen and be in the Champions League next year? Because if Leverkusen, whoa, hold on, are Bayer Leverkusen in the Champions League? Because they should be. No, they're fifth. I mean, Mönchengladbach still have to play a tough game versus... I mean, Leverkusen could be fifth, fourth, realistically. But, you know, Kai Havertz could be in 2 Europa League clubs. I think Havertz would genuinely consider joining or staying at Leverkusen for an extra year if he knows that Bayern Munich have a position for me next year. I don't know. I wouldn't mind. Well, that's what I wanted. That's what I wanted. I wanted this. I think waiting a year for Havertz is nothing to me because I've waited 2 years for Sané, or a year and a half now. Because last January I was like, let's sign him now, just get rid of it. And then now we're waiting still, and now we have to wait till August, till the end of August even, to even sign him, because the transfer window opens, I think, from August 1st to the last day of August. So the Champions League will be going on while the transfer window is open. I think it's going to be a superb thing. I mean, waiting for Havertz is nothing to me. So I'm ready to wait for Kai Havertz. You're probably ready to wait for Kai Havertz. Bayern Munich are ready. Thomas Muller isn't dropping form, but maybe next year, maybe the year after, maybe that's when Muller starts dropping form. And that's when we can offer Havertz his position, the cam position. And that's where I think he'll probably want to join. I think he doesn't prefer any club over any club. I said it a few days ago. Even though there were sources coming out saying he prefers Real Madrid, that does not tell me that he will move to Real Madrid if he had the option between these other clubs. Chelsea look like they definitely want him, and the interest there is concrete. But I think, why would Havertz go to Chelsea? Chelsea is a project right now. They're in a rebuild phase. When you go to Bayern, you're automatically playing with ballers around you. You don't have to rebuild. You don't have to wait for Bayern to do anything. You're already in the Champions League. You're already in the competition to win probably the Ballon d'Or. I don't know. I'm just kidding. The Ballon d'Or? Maybe. I mean, yeah, Chelsea got Werner. But how many clubs genuinely wanted Werner to the point where they paid the money for him? Werner was cheap. Do you think Werner decided, you know what, in his head, Chelsea are the best club in the world that I can go to? No, he went there because Chelsea had the money to pay what they were asking. I swear to God, is something wrong with my hold on. No, that's not it. Oh, hold on. Sorry. I don't know. My camera's acting very weird. I don't know. It really doesn't act like this. Act better, camera. Oh, jeez. So, is that even a question? If we don't get Champions League football, Havertz won't come. We are losing to Aston Villa. Wow. I was watching that game 20 minutes before I went live, obviously. I think Chelsea... I want Chelsea to win and get top 4 because it means Man United fans can cry for an extra year to get out of the Europa League. I actually genuinely respect Chelsea over United because at least Chelsea didn't buy it with oil money. They just bought it straight out with real money. So it's going to be an interesting conversation. Look, I think when we think about Kai Havertz, we constantly want to keep thinking about, oh, in the hindsight of things, he might do this, he might do that. But you don't know Kai Havertz. None of us do. I don't know Kai. What if he actually wants to move to Chelsea? And I'm only thinking of Bayern. Oh, good. Chelsea scored. Let's go. Freaking A. I need Chelsea to win that game. I can't have United fans talking about, oh, we're the best team in Europe. Oh, no. Shut up. I'd rather have Chelsea, who will probably beat, but I don't really care about them. But look, thinking about it, at the end of the day, it's all about what Havertz wants. I only know Kai because of you. Wow. Really? You only know Kai Havertz because of me. Not because he's one of the best young talents in Europe. He's in the conversation with the Kylian Mbappes. He's putting up 16 goals and 9 assists. He's been doing it for the last 2 seasons consistently. So, yeah, I guess. I don't hate Chelsea at all, man. I want United for top 4. I don't know why you want United for top 4, but that's not the conversation. Bayern's board definitely knew something, or Bayern Munich knew something, when the signals came out of Bild that Bayern pulled out of the Havertz race. I thought it was bogus because I was like, why would we pull out? Maybe Bayern do know something. Maybe Bayern do know that Havertz wants to stay at Leverkusen or is going to stay at Leverkusen. Maybe that's the case. Maybe Bayern Munich aren't going to think about it and go, oh, this is bad for us. We should sign him. We should break the bank. Maybe Bayern are willing to wait because they know that Havertz is going to stay. Maybe Bayern met with Leverkusen and were like, hey, we'll give you the exact same money you're demanding this season next year. And Leverkusen were like, dang, so we don't have to give it to Chelsea. You'll just give us all the money. We don't have to be in a situation where you pay us less. Maybe that's what Bayern said to Leverkusen. And Leverkusen were like, oh boy, well, let's tell Kai. And Bayern Munich probably communicated with Kai Havertz. Why would Bayern come out and say, or why would Bild come out and say, Bayern Munich don't want Havertz this year, they want him next year? They're going to sign him next year. Why would Bild say that? They'll get in the race next year. Oh, please, tell me what the scores for the Chelsea game. I actually want to know. Why would Bild come out with these signals? Maybe Bayern's board talked to, 2-1, thank goodness, Chelsea. Why would Bayern's board not be in the race for Havertz and then say they'd want him next year if they didn't know what was happening behind the scenes? What if Bayern have somehow said to Havertz, hey, we will get you next year. Don't worry. We will get you next year. You will be our player next year. We'll pay you this amount of money that you want, and we'll keep you. Toni Kroos has been one of the greatest midfielders in the last 10 years, I'd say, since he left Bayern, 2014. He's won 4 Champions Leagues with Real Madrid. Real Madrid signing Kroos from Bayern would be like Real Madrid signing Ian Robin after he's just won the Champions League for us. It just... No, we don't want that. I'm just saying, it's just how I think. It's just how I think. I need Chelsea to slap up whatever team they're playing. I forgot the name. But for me, I think our board knows exactly what they're doing. They're not going to try to bully Leverkusen. We don't need to. Bayer Leverkusen are not our enemy. Our enemies are not Bayer Leverkusen. In this transfer window, it's Chelsea. And Leverkusen could get 4th. What if Havertz decides, you know what? I'll stay at Leverkusen for an extra year. What if Bayern Munich throw the DFB Pokal, give it to Bayer Leverkusen? Not playing. We won't throw that. Come on, we don't. Surely we can't lose. If we lose, oh God, no. July 4th, that's America's birthday. I need to not even be in this channel, but I'll probably be live anyways. But no, come on. Bayern Munich cannot do that. No, we can't throw that game. But what I'm thinking about is we can't let it happen. We can't let Havertz just go anywhere else. We have to get him. So, look, I'm sorry if I'm a bit rusty today. First of all, it's Sunday and I'm finally going to church for the first time in about 4 months or so, or 3 months. So, kind of weirdly nervous because I don't know what it's going to be like. I have to dress differently and it's just different. And I woke up and I don't know, I just feel weird. And I'm saying and a lot. I'm sorry, I really am. Getting 1,000 subscribers, I'm so appreciative. Yesterday was a weird day. I was so busy all over the place. After I went off and didn't go live, I was supposed to make a Bayern Munich player rankings, which we'll do today for the whole season. I was supposed to do that, but instead I became a driver, driving people around. God, everyone just decided to use me yesterday. Chelsea have gone mad this transfer window. That is definitely something that's happening. I do want Chelsea to get top 4. It's not even about Havertz. I just want United fans angry. It just soothes me. I think Chelsea could even do better in the Champions League than United. Why would you not? I want entertainment in the Champions League. Chelsea aren't a threat either to us, so I'm glad Chelsea are winning. If they get Havertz, what will happen to Pulisic and Callum Hudson-Odoi? I don't know. See, that's what I'm talking about. Havertz isn't going to join Chelsea. Just mark my words. He's not. Well, I'm not saying he'll join Bayern, but I'm not saying he'll join Chelsea. He's not, because there's no reason. Logically, the player has all these clubs that are linked to him. Real Madrid could probably offer him more success than we can in the Champions League, because that's what they love doing. They love winning it. They have the most Champions League titles. They have 13, man. Champions League is Real Madrid's Farmers League. They farm that Champions League. But we have to wait and see. We have to wait. I mean, a player like Kai Havertz, that's... I said Ballon d'Or. That's not Ballon d'Or. That's Golden Boot now playing. But Havertz is getting 16 goals and 9 assists as an attacking midfielder. How many cams in the world, apart from De Bruyne, Muller, and maybe Bruno Fernandes, can actually pull up numbers like that? Those are world-class numbers for a Bayer Leverkusen. Now, if Havertz is at Bayern or Real Madrid or Chelsea or whatever team that's better than Leverkusen, well, I don't think Leverkusen and Chelsea are in the same length in terms of success on the pitch right now. I mean, except Chelsea are constantly winning trophies. That's the only difference. But they're very similar clubs, and you have to look at it that way. I mean, I'm waiting for it. I'm waiting for the moment Kai Havertz just signs for a club. I'm actually waiting for it. I'll be ecstatic if he signs for us. I'll be over the moon. I'll be unbearable. Of course I would be. But if he signs for Chelsea, guess what? I'm going to make a video about why we don't need Kai Havertz. Why we never wanted him anyways. I will make a video about that, because that's how we are as fans. We're always about, we're so touchy-feely, man. That's the problem. Pulisic and Giroud scored. You keep telling me these scores like I'm actually going to be so, invested. But I do like the fact that Chelsea scored 2 goals in a matter of 2 minutes. Because Chelsea are now 75% possession. I've noticed one thing with the Premier League is it's teams just play deep, right? That's it. Teams play deep. They don't press high. And the thing is, they play deep for 90 minutes, but they lose anyways. In the Bundesliga, you'll see more entertainment. It's pressing. The only difference is, if Chelsea win today, it's a bigger deal than if Dortmund win. Because the top 4 race in England is much bigger than the top 4 race in the Bundesliga, despite the fact that it's the exact same type of thing you get in the Champions League. The top 4 race is so much more important in this league. And in England, it's when these teams play back. If Bayern were in the Premier League, we would smack a lot of we'd probably go undefeated, because I'm looking at it, every single game I see, it's just teams sitting back all the time. The lower teams just sit back. They just sit back. Imagine Bayern. People are like, why did teams play a high line against Bayern? Because they try to defend deep. We are so good at chance creation. Look at the amount of players we have that can actually create chances. Individual moments. It could also just be them being brilliant. Like, we have so many options. And I think that's the thing with the Premier League. You would think, oh my God, it's so tight defense. No, but the errors for defending are much higher. Look at the goal Chelsea conceded. That is such an avoidable goal, and people want to come out the Bundesliga, because I don't know. When will you appreciate the Premier? I don't appreciate anything about it. I like it, but it's not better in terms of footballing quality. It's not. The football quality of the average Premier League team is so crap to me. It's unbearable. The lower, 15 out of the 20 teams don't actually play. Or actually, let's say 13 out of the 20 Premier League teams don't have a philosophy to play good football. They don't. It's just so boring to me. I can't watch. I only watch the big matches. It's advertised. Exactly. That's what I was saying. It's advertised. The Premier League is in your face every second. It's not actually footballing quality-wise. If you wanted to go with football quality, technical ability, you're not watching the Premier League. Defensive league, you watch Serie A. Tiki-taka, passing, you watch La Liga. Pressing, you watch the Bundesliga. Ligue 1, physicality, you watch Ligue 1. But the Premier League, It's just long balls. I can't stand long balls. I would like football on the ground. I don't know why I don't like long balls. I can't stand it. It's so boring. Leave a like on the video. By the way, let's get to 20 likes. If we have 20 people watching, we should get to 20 likes. So that would be very, very nice. We want to sort of want Chelsea to come fifth, so Havertz doesn't join. Well, I've been talking about this, and I think I gave a pretty decent point of view just from a Bayern perspective. If Bayern Munich's, if Christian Falk in Bild came out and said Bayern Munich don't want to sign Kai Havertz this season and pulled out of the race, and we'll sign him next season in 2021, or we'll get in the race in 2021. That means Bayern Munich have to know that, hey, Kai Havertz is going to be a Leverkusen. Bayern was supposed to meet with Leverkusen on the 6th of this month when we played them. Do you think Bayern didn't ask Leverkusen, hey, do you want to... Where do you think Kai Havertz will go? Where do you see him going for you? Do you think Bayern didn't ask that? Bayern definitely asked that. Bayern had to have asked Bayer Leverkusen where they wanted Havertz. And Bayern probably said to Leverkusen, hey, we'll give you 100 million that you're asking for. You can keep him for an extra year, and we'll tell Kai as well. And Bayern probably met with Kai Havertz or texted Kai Havertz. Don't worry. If Bayern Munich genuinely wanted Kai Havertz this year, Kimmich would be talking about Havertz every single day. Goretzka would be commenting on Havertz's Instagram. Bundesliga legends will be coming out, or Bayern Munich legends most especially, will be coming out saying Kai Havertz should join Bayern. Toni Kroos would be like, Kai Havertz should join Bayern because he loves Bayern. Toni Kroos is a youth product of Bayern. He loves this club, but he's just so salty that we left him. I mean, he grew up at Bayern. That's what, with Toni Kroos. He grew up at Bayern. And we sold them to Real Madrid because we didn't want to give them the wages. But at the same time, I think, these players, you don't think our players who, what if Lewandowski comes out, Robert Lewandowski, best striker in the world, comes out and says, I would love Kai Havertz to be providing goals for me. Havertz is going to be like, damn. Kimmich comes out the next day, future German captain. I would love Kai Havertz to play with me at Bayern. He's going to be like, damn, Chelsea can't have that, what we have. We will have the propaganda machine for Bayern would go crazy. Don't worry, man. When Kai Havertz is closer to joining, which is apparently not this season, when it's next, you will see the messages. Look at the way we made Sané just decide to change his mind from Man City to Bayern. It wasn't just because he wanted us that much. It wasn't because he wanted to only raise his daughter in Germany. It's because the propaganda machine, the Munchen propaganda was on. Kimmich was talking about Sané. If Sané wanted to be here, he'd be here. Goretzka, one of Sané's best friends. I didn't know this, but these people know each other. They played at Schalke together, remember? He'll be constantly talking to Sané. Telling Sané how beautiful and sexy Bayern is as a club. And all these players, Lewandowski would probably be texting him in group chats. Like, even City players like Gundogan would be telling him, Bayern is an amazing club. I don't know. It's just, that's how it is, man. It is how it is. Deborah Saha, congratulations on 1,000 subscribers. Thank you so much, Deborah. Where will Bayern end up in the UCL? Look, we have to end up winning it. Look, if we don't win the Champions League in this year that we're so good, do you think we'll win the Champions League ever again? I don't know. Nah, we will, obviously. But no, we have to win it this year. It's kind of a requirement at this point. Because of Salamander. I don't think it's anything. City ban, so fifth is available. Oh, that actually makes sense. Man City, they haven't gotten their ban overturned. I think they'll probably get it overturned. City y'all are not winning it. Who's winning it then? Because it ain't Man City. Look at their defense. Man City's defense is crap. God. Just sit back. Man United beat them 3 times this season out of nowhere. Crystal Palace beat them. People think Man City is a genuine contender because they watch City smack up Arsenal 3-0. If we played that Arsenal team, we're giving them 10-2 on aggregate. No, because that Arsenal team in 2017 was actually decent. We were giving them 20-0 on aggregate. That's what we're doing with Arsenal, because look at the team. Arsenal is crap. Yet City couldn't break them down quite as easily. City's philosophy, I mean, people think Pep Guardiola. Pep hasn't won the Champions League since he's left Barcelona, since 2014. And you think he's just all of a sudden going to do it after 6 years of leaving, or 7 years actually? leaving Barcelona? No, he's not going to do it. Chelsea fans think Rudiger can convince him, while half our team is German. Exactly. What, Rudiger? Oh, he doesn't even play for the national team that much. You think Rudiger, Neuer, the captain of Germany, World Cup winner, telling Havertz to join is much better than Kai Havertz getting a text from Rudiger, who doesn't even have his phone number. He has his freaking Instagram DMs open saying join Chelsea. No, come on, man. I wonder why Kai Havertz is considering Chelsea when Bayern, who slapped Chelsea. Exactly. That's why I don't think Kai Havertz is genuinely sitting there going, oh yeah, well, I definitely want to go to Chelsea. I think he wants to go to Bayern. By the way, thank you everyone so much. Like I keep saying, this community, man, I appreciate each and every single one of you. It's an amazing day, a Sunday. Obviously, not as much news-packed day, because usually we have news. The Thiago contracts are getting sorted, and so is the Alaba contract. So those are the two things. I mean, these two players are almost like new players. City's defense has improved recently. No, City's defending has not improved recently. See, that's the thing. Bayern Munich under Pep had a good defense. You could look at our defense and the numbers and say that's a good defense. But it's the moments. That's what makes City crap defensively. Pep Guardiola teams don't know when to just sit back and park the bus for a good 40 minutes and win a game and see it through. Bayern can do that. Did you see against Chelsea? Chelsea came at us for a good 10 minutes. Before the third goal we scored, we were actually getting not pampered. We were just defending for a good 5, 7, 10 minutes right there. And that's what I mean when I talk about defending. City can't do that. If City's 2-0 up, they want to score the third goal. If they're 2-0 up in the 80th minute, they want to score the fourth goal. And the third goal. While Bayern, if we're 2-0 up in the Champions League, and we know we're already, probably going through, we're going to sit back. We're going to sit back, and defensively, we're more compact. We have more of a grit about us defense. City don't have that we have. City have to commit fouls to stop counterattacks. Without Fernandinho in that core, they are crap. Arsenal broke down City a few times. If you look at it, if Arsenal had more of the ball, I think Arsenal could have probably won that. And there was I saw a lot of moments where Aubameyang could have been slipped through if the pass was right. And I was like, dang, if that's Bayern, we're taking that. Look at Chelsea. Chelsea thought they could do it, right? We hit the bar. It looked like a quiet game. And then we changed the gears. Man City don't change gears. Nope. City are always in third gear. We can go from first gear, second gear, third gear, fourth gear, fifth. We change gears depending on the time in the game. There's been games where I feel like Bayern have just relaxed. We maybe relaxed the second half. We won the first half. We just controlled the tempo. Hansi Flick brings on Kimmich, takes Kimmich to center back three, and we just controlled the game for an extra 45 minutes. That's what happens, man. I think Man City are just not what you're thinking they are. What about aggregate? There is not going to be an aggregate in the Champions League because guess what? There is not going to be that. Like against Frankfurt. Exactly. We changed gears. We can't just ignore Pep. We can. I think Pep's crap as a manager when it comes to competitions. What happened with Pep with, those Barcelona? I keep remembering. People forget he had Messi, Xavi, Iniesta. These ballers in their prime. He had Samuel Eto'o. Oh, Samuel Eto'o was the best striker in the world in this time. And I think that helped Pep. And I just can't stand it. Congratulations for 1,000 subscribers. Yes, Till Lodge, thank you so much. I appreciate it. The community's growing. Who's your favorite Bayern player of all time? Arjen Robben. Come on. He's the reason I support this club. If I said anyone else, I'd be lying to you. Arjen Robben's the best player to ever play this game. That's how I see it. This guy could probably do the exact same controls on a video game and win. He could probably just shoot the exact same gun every single time and kill everyone at the same time. I think Robben is such a baller. Remember a few weeks ago, let's talk about this briefly. The stream has been amazing, 30 minutes. 30 minutes? I didn't even realize. But I was talking about how there could be fans in the UEFA Champions League. Well, it's looking likely. I'm not lying. It actually looks very likely that there will be fans. I looked at it, and according to UEFA's procedures, how they want to do it, right? So, how UEFA want to bring back the Champions League, I read it. They said that there will be they haven't made their mind on whether there'll be fans or no fans in the stadium. So that's perfect, because here's what UEFA's president said. He said there could be fans in the stadiums. But the question is, are those fans going to be local or coming from, Germany if Bayern gets to the final, or France, from England if City gets to a Champions League final? We'll expect to see no crowd, because no one's play. I mean, you do realize a lot of City fans exist. They just don't go to the stadium. I mean, they exist in all over the world: India, China, Australia. They exist everywhere but England. That's the problem. But right, so I think restart. I was reading it on the official UEFA website, and I'll read it to you on the Champions League. So on the medical procedures, UEFA will be regularly assessing the situation across the continent and will liaise with local authorities to see when spectators could gradually return. I think there'll be fans in the quarterfinals, semifinals, and final. I don't see how UEFA don't take advantage of that. And I asked you all this. Why would they pick Portugal out of all locations to host the Champions League remaining games? They have the option of Germany. What if UEFA asked the government, hey, we want fans. Could you make that happen in August? And Germany probably said no, not likely, because our curfew thing ends in September, so we can't have fans. Gatherings of more than 100. So UEFA went, and other countries, I think France France didn't. Spain might have, I think Spain did apply. Valencia applied, yeah, they did. And Bayern probably said, hey, we would love to host you. Not Bayern, UEFA. They said, we'd love to host the Champions League here. Would you be able to allow fans in August? And I think there was a no. And then UEFA, Portugal was like, we'll host it. And UEFA was like, hey, we want fans in the stadium. Would you be able to allow that or see that happening in August? And Portugal looked at their medical history with the Sirona, and they said, dang, we have very few deaths considering a lot of countries with 30,000 cases have thousands more. We've managed the situation well. We're a country of 10 million. Look, I live in Colorado. We have about 6 million people, I think. I forgot my own population. But I think our economy is the same as Portugal's economy. That's how crazy it is. This is a small U.S. state considering. And then go to Texas. Texas is literally with 40 million people, 40, 50 million? I don't know. Texas has a 30-something million. Texas has a lot of people. Texas's economy is literally 10 times bigger than Portugal's economy. Portugal and a lot of European countries live off of having tourists and having people come into their country. You don't think a Portuguese hotel would love to have thousands of fans show up and take... I think that could genuinely happen. I'm just saying it. I think the Champions League will be played with fans. Why did I spend so much time on this? You can rule Barca out if there's no atmosphere. I don't know. Barcelona are a pretty big club. They should have fans. Have you ever been to Germany? I was supposed to go to Germany this year, but the world changed. So I was actually supposed to go to Germany, see the Allianz, and then go to Istanbul, Turkey, and watch Bayern Munich in the Champions League final. I have it written here as one of my goals, and I wanted to do it, and I was probably going to do it, but it just changed. The world changed, and it got annoying. I was actually genuinely going to Germany to go look at the Allianz Arena, because obviously the season would have ended around the Champions League final. I would have gone I wouldn't have gone if we were in the Champions League final. I would have had to go in around that time. Why would I go to Germany to go watch Bayern Munich against freaking Werder Bremen or Wolfsburg on the last match day? That just doesn't make any sense. I mean, Barca can't win without their fans. I like Dortmund. Barcelona win without their fans. I think Barca just... their fans aren't even present. 100,000 fans. I mean, they have like 30,000 empty seats. It is what it is. I just think that, we keep talking about the Champions League like it's the same as the Premier League and Bundesliga. No. The Champions League is watched the final. Maybe, I'd say maybe 50 million people tune in for Bayern Munich game. Like 50 million or more. Because Bayern's a freaking global club. I think Bayern's Facebook alone has 50 million followers. Instagram, 23 million followers. Like some Bayern players have more followers than the actual Bayern Instagram. It's just crazy. Bayern Munich is global. So at least 50 million people are watching Bayern. And you can also tell by the TV revenue Bayern's taking in. At least 50 million people watch not every single game, maybe the more tougher game. Especially Champions Leagues, I'd say maybe 100 million because it's just more important. And you think about that, right? Like I said, it's not the league. UEFA make more money. 1 billion people are tuning in for the Champions League final. Even, like, just think about that. Like, 1 billion people. You know the amount of popularity you gain just off winning the Champions League? Look at Liverpool. Liverpool weren't good in people didn't care about Liverpool. They win the Champions League, all of a sudden they have their YouTube channel has 5 million followers. They just gain all this attention. Bayern won the Champions League in 2013, and Bayern is still living off of like just the attention that gave. That's what happens. We win it this year. Do you know the amount of attention Bayern will gain? Like, there's a different level of attention. I mean, not only attention, respect. If we don't win the Champions League and we've been playing as well as we have, no one's going to look at Bayern and go, I respect that club. No. Because they'll be like, your league's easy. Which it's not. We know it's not. Based off how we lose games and draw all the time, we know our league is not easy. But people they'll look at it and go, well, you didn't win the Champions League when you were playing this well in your league. Then why? Then it has to be a farmers league. I hate that word so much. I can't stand that word. The word is banned on this channel from now on. I'm playing. But what is strange is that Europe has a population of around 720 million people. Well, look, Bayern has more fans in India than it does in Germany. That's just facts. Bayern has 27 million fans, according to stats here in the US. 27 million Americans. Well, follow Bayern Munich. There's a difference. Maybe like 15 million actually watch week in, week out of that 27 million, and that's how business works. That's how economics work. Not everyone is just gonna watch every single game. But with that perspective in mind, Bayern has more fans in India. Bayern has more fans in China. Bayern has more fans probably in Indonesia than they do in Munich. It's just a fact. Because if you look at Germany, the German league is a top 5, league. There's a thriving league. Why would you support any other team, right? Other than your local team. You have to support Dortmund if you're born in Dortmund. You have to support Bayern or 1860 Munich if you're born in Munich. You have to support Frankfurt if you were born in Frankfurt. And that's exactly what I mean. I mean, Bayern has way more fans in India than it does in Munich. Bayern Munich is made by India. Do you know the amount of fans from Bayern that are Indian, Indonesian, Chinese, American? Bayern is a global club, obviously, and same with United. I wouldn't say Juventus because no one really cares that much. Juventus have only won 1 Champions League. I don't even know. They're crazy bad. They've gotten all these finals and still haven't won it. But Dortmund too. Dortmund have more fans outside of Dortmund. I know a friend, one of my good friends. He's a freaking diehard Dortmund fan here in the US. You think Dortmund have no fans, but they do. The kid wears a Marco Reus shirt every single freaking day when I play ball with him. It's just, you just have to look at it. Most people here only care about Messi, Ronaldo, and Neymar. That's true. That is true. Juventus is one of the most hated clubs in Europe. I don't know. I don't get it. No, they're not. I think one of the most hated clubs I don't think anyone's hated in Europe. Successful clubs cannot be hated. No one hates success. People are jealous of successful clubs. People are jealous of Bayern. Do you think someone's there going, I hate Bayern? Dortmund fans probably respect us more than they respect their club. Because they're looking at Bayern like, dang, a German club with all these restrictions, with the rules in Germany, still one of the richest in the world. Bayern is, only like 50 million behind Man United in terms of revenue. And United technically have a bigger fan base than Bayern do. And that's a fact. Kai Havertz to Bayern for 85 million. 80% of people support Barcelona Real. Now Juve just started trending for the last 2 years. Well, because Ronaldo went to Juventus, and I actually do understand that. I mean, I wouldn't say 80%. I mean, yeah, that actually makes sense, to be honest. No club is more hated than Real Madrid. Exactly. No one hates Real Madrid. They just respect them highly, and that's the thing. look, at the end of the day, right? It's just really, did Chelsea win? Can anyone let me know if they're getting, gonna lose or something? Because I need Chelsea to win. I really want them to. Scoring 2 goals, they'll maintain top 4. They'll be 5 points ahead of Manchester. It just would be nice for me. I wouldn't mind it. At least in Italia, Juventus is the most hated. Juventus did cheat a lot, didn't they? I mean, look, at the end of the day, I'm just happy. It's a nice day. It's a beautiful day. Still 2-1. Thank you. Chelsea should win that. Hopefully they do, because I need them to. I want United fans to be fuming. They'll be fuming. But thank you, everyone. Chelsea plays City next. I think Chelsea could draw against City. City is not that good, man. You'll watch Chelsea versus City. Chelsea is a more competent team. If City beat Chelsea more than us, I'll be scared. But I won't. They won't. They'll probably draw. City are crap, man. But thank you, everyone, so much for watching this. It's been an amazing ride. Look, 2 months ago, we were saying thanks for 200, 100. Like, this channel before April, around February, was at 83 subscribers. And then obviously the world ended in March, so we started doing the streams, and then we finally reached 100 subscribers and a lot of people have been here to see it, man. SAS, where is SAS? He has not been on the channel in a while. Oh, geez, one of my mods, the first ever mod. I think it's been amazing, though. It's been an amazing ride. The community is constantly growing, and yeah, thank you everyone so much for watching this. Kai Havertz is, good news. I know the energy was lower today because I don't know why. I feel weird. Thank you everyone so much for watching. Miya-san, and peace.